Hello and welcome to another Demon 212 PSN review. Today I'm going to be taking a look at Assault Heroes, which if you've never played it before, it's, well, think Swiv back on the SNES and the Mega Drive and that Super Swiv. It's a Smash TV style of game, especially because there is a Smash TV style section, but with cars and that. I love it, I think it's brilliant, and the first thing I've got to explain is I do have the full game. For some strange reason, on the full game, it highlights, well, it has unlocked the full game on the screen, but it doesn't let you access it because you've got the full game. I just think it's a little odd, because it's almost the type of thing as if to say you don't have the game, but I do have the full game, so anyway. Options is basic stuff. You can view settings, you can view controls and that, but again it's all very basics with the settings, and with the controls you can't actually change anything, so yeah, basic stuff. Don't really see the point of most of it being there. Anyway, onto the main game. You can play the game offline or online on co-op, or you can play it single player. So for now I'm just going on single player because I'm on my own, and you basically get to play through the, well, 5 zones, and each zone has a certain amount of areas, and, well, that's pretty much everything there is to say about the length of the game. You then get to choose difficulty, and yeah, let's go on to some footage then. So here we go then, this is the gameplay. It's a bit of a scrolling shooter, but you do still have to continue on going forward, otherwise it tends to stop, especially on 2-player. And the whole point is you just have to shoot everything that's in your way, kick the crap out of it. You've got several weapons to do that. You have 5 weapons on the game, of which you start with all of them, and then there's a 6th weapon which is unique to co-op. Basically, when there's 2 of you, you push square, and square, when you both push it together, gives you co-op attacks, which are very special. It's the type of thing that I'll mention right away. If you've got no one to play the game with, if your friends don't like the game, or if you've got like no one online who's got the game, who, you know, just stuff like that, etc, etc, then you don't have to worry. While it is a co-op style game and it's more fun in co-op and it's easier in co-op, it's not the type of thing that playing it on your own will be a terrible experience. I think the game's still fantastic, 1-player or 2-player. It's just slightly better in 2-player. So anyway, you've got the co-op attacks and that. You've also got what happens when you forget to charge your pad. I apologise for that in the top right corner. But you've got your co-op attacks, and then you've got your main attacks, which are, you've got a flamethrower, you've got a machine gun, you've got a flak cannon, you've got grenades, and you've got nukes. So the nukes are very cool, and they just pretty much destroy a lot of things on screen. They're definitely the type of thing that you want to save for bosses, but if you want to, then you can just expend them on useless grunts. It's just one of those that you will end up regretting it if you use them all up before you get to the boss. So anyway, whole point of the game, as I say, you shoot the crap out of everything, you continue going forward, you face the boss, you go on to the next level, you do it all again. There's then underground sections, which the underground sections are very much like Smash TV, because you walk around like what I'm doing now with just a gun, and that's about it then. Because you can get out your car at any point, and the reason you want to get out your car sometimes is to get little secrets. Like, you might have just noticed I collected a rocket thing there, so now I'm firing rockets with my machine gun. It's very cool, it helps out. You can get shields, which means you can drive through minefields without getting hurt if they blow up. The mines have a, like, timer anyway, so you can tend to go through them without getting hurt anyway, but it still is helpful to have the shield. And that's pretty much the reasons you want to get out your car. There's also a speedboat section, but the speedboat plays just like the car does, only the level's in water. You can get your car blown up, and if your car gets blown up, you don't lose a life. You only lose a life when you, as the human, gets killed. You get your car back after a little time. You just basically have to wait and hope it comes back, which it has done there. You can also get upgrades, and you can collect upgrades in human form, like you might have just seen there. I collected the machine gun, minigun, whatever you want to call it, upgrade, and it went over to the car, even though I didn't have my car at the time. So yeah, you can upgrade your weapons. Each one's got a 3 form of actually upgrading. Well, it's got 3 forms, but you only upgrade each one twice, and the grenades and the nukes are pretty much grenades and nukes for the end of the game, simple as. You can't get them upgraded or anything, but you can upgrade the flak cannon twice, which is very good when it's fully upgraded. You can upgrade the minigun twice, and you can upgrade the flamethrower twice. And that's one of the things that I want to quickly mention about the upgrades. It's reminded me on, there's a trophy for upgrading. While I don't personally care about the trophies because they're not on every game, it's why I like the achievement system better. I know a lot of people do care about the trophies. If you are into games that are quick and easy to get the trophies, after 18 minutes last night, me and my brother had 7 of the 12 trophies on this. It's that easy to get them. There's basically complete a level without dying, there's kill 85% of the enemies, upgrade all the weapons, etc. You can do 7 of them in the first level without trying. So yeah, if you're after trophies, it's an easy way to get them. And there are a couple hard trophies on there, like beating the level with 75% accuracy, which is a bit of a nightmare because it's a well, it's one of these bullet candy games. The whole point is to just fire all over the place, so actually be accurate it's impossible. I think the highest accuracy I've ever had on this game was on the Xbox version, and it was 30%, because that is the other thing to mention. It is an Xbox game as well. I'm glad they brought it up at the PSN, because I love it, and I don't get to play it on the Xbox anymore, because every time I touch the Xbox it seems to red ring and die, so I pretty much stick to just playing the PS3 and the Wii now. Well, I've mentioned the bosses, so here's the first one here. It's basically a giant spider, and it's usual stuff for bosses really. You have to kick the crap out of it. You can push the X button to show the weak spot if you want to, or you can just figure it out yourself. And yeah, it just pretty much works like you'd expect a boss to work. You just, as I say, kick the crap out of it with all your weaponry. You can use your grenades, your nukes and stuff like that. So yeah, anyway, I'm going to shut up for a bit of the music, and I might as well show off the speedboat, and I'll also do my best to show off one of those Smash TV style things in the music montage-y type thing as well. So there we go, that was a bit of the music, and this is one of the Smash TV style sections. Basically, you go underground and you have to run around, kick the crap out of the enemies. You've just got your machine gun and your grenades. I don't know if you can use nukes. Yep, you can use your nukes still, but you can't get any like flat cannon or flamethrower or anything like that and upgrade it. And the whole point is you go through and you can get lives and that, so yeah, they're a fun little section and it's definitely worth doing, but they are just basically a bonus section and just another way to get points, of which I might as well quickly mention the points, because that is the main length of the game, because I've mentioned that there's 5 zones, and it's one of those, depending on playing on single player or co-op, the maximum I think it's going to take you is about 2 hours. So the whole point is about playing again to get high scores and to get the trophies or achievements, whatever, and just stuff like that. And you can get all sorts of multipliers by, if you look on the right side of the screen, there's combo multipliers there of Top Gun and Berserker. You can get smoking and just stuff like that, and it works well, and it's a nice little way to get extra points, and you just have to be good at the game, and I think the game itself works well. And seeing as I've just died, I'll mention that these sections, if one of you dies once, you don't actually lose a life, but the section ends immediately. So anyway, back to the speedboat. You might have seen in the well, in the music style footage, us using the co-op weapons, which basically you both push square together, and depending on what weapon you've got active, uses a different thing. You can also go into the walking mode still, even though you're in this, only instead of like walking around and getting out your car, you actually get into a little jet ski, which I'll do it as soon as the co-op attack ends, but you can't use it while you're using the co-op attack. So yeah, it's one of those, it's hard to explain, but yeah, basically push circle and then you go into a little jet ski instead, so you can still exit and get the, well, into the small areas to get things and that. So yeah. So the final thing to mention is health. Your health can recharge while you're playing, but if you really need health quickly, you can get a wrench or a spanner, depending on what you want to call it, and on the underground section you can get a med pack. The other final thing to mention is, I've mentioned the upgrades and how you have to get 2 per weapon. It's still the same in multiplayer, so it's not a case of if one of you gets a machine gun upgrade, you both get the upgrade. You do both still have to get 2 per weapon, and it's just one of those, just share the upgrades basically. If one of you maybe gets a full Gatling gun before the other, and the other gets a full flat cannon, it means you can really work together. So yeah, overall I think the game's fantastic. I've loved the game ever since it came out on the Xbox. It's brilliant on the PSN as well, and it's just a great game for the price. So there we go then. That's been the review. I hope you found it helpful. I don't score the games because that's based purely on opinion, so instead I'll leave you to make your own mind up. So until next time, this has been Demon212, signing off.